Hello, this is Timothy Alston with 9533 Training Consulting, and I want to talk to you about one of those things that we don't really think about, but we definitely need, and that is patches. We use those to identify us by country, our call signs, our blood type, emergency, medical. There's a lot of things we use for those, as well as use them for IR markers. We can identify whether it is a friendly or foe. At night, quickly, we'll get a reflection off the IR. One company that I found that is allowing us to be able to get phenomenal patches is a company from our brothers and sisters up north in Canada called PatchPanel. They provide you with an almost unlimited option of different kinds of patches that will allow you to be able to set yourself apart, both at home and on the battlefield. Some of the patches they do provide is country patches. This allows us to be able to identify us by our country, and this is one of the patches they provide. You can also get them in reversible. Everybody knows that the American flag, when it goes on the shoulder, stars forward. American soldiers are always moving forward. You always see that, like, why is it reversed? That's the reason. Call signs. This is an example of a call sign. This is in multicam. It is reversible, so at night you can use it for infrared. As well as their creme de la creme, which is their 6x3 patch. This allows you to put anything you can think of on it. Name. You can put your blood type. You can put any known allergies. You can put in a flag, make it reflective, non-reflective, color, non-color. There's many different options. More options that you have available for you is they have 42 different fabric patterns. So the fabric pattern is the pattern on the outside here. This is also in multicam, but they also have an AOR1 and 2, which is used by the Navy SEALs and Naval Special Warfare, both jungle and desert. You have MARPAT, which is used by our Marines in both woodland and desert. You have CADPAT. That is actually the Canadian version, and it was what came out first that the Marines actually designed theirs over. You have multicam, 5 different types of multicams. You have basic multicam, you have tropic, black, arid, and alpine. They have good old-fashioned M81 woodland, which is what we all started out with. You have ATAX, which is more of an organic pattern that kind of blends into the background, doesn't use sharp edges, in both arid, foliage, and intermediate extreme, which is their newest design. You have 13 different base flat colors. So this right here is in Ranger Green, but some other options where you can get it in red, you can get it in blue, you can get it in just about anything you can think of as a basic color. You have both for Finnish and Polish Special Forces. They have their colors, as well as they have 16 different base colors. Different base colors are the colors that are sitting beneath the front fabric. So you have IR Basic. IR Basic reflects both light and infrared. And then you have what they call is their IR Pro, which reflects only infrared. So this is an IR Pro that is only reflecting the infrared spectrum. You have flat colors. An example of a flat color would be is you can put, if say you're with the sheriff's department, you could put this in a black or a blue or a navy, and you would have in yellow sheriff underneath it. You have glow in the dark. This is an example of glow in the dark reflective. And you have just basic reflective. What would you do basic reflective for? Say you were going to put the medical insignia, the serpent with the 6 point something rather, and do it in blue, reflective blue. So people know exactly where your med pack is. They know what they're looking for, as well as flags. They have almost 1 million, not necessarily 1 million, but they have almost every country's flags that you can get. As well as you can put a glow-in-the-dark border. So say you want to put, once again with the sheriff, you have a yellow sheriff with a very faint glow-in-the-dark. So at night, it glows to show you it still says sheriff or law enforcement, PD, FBI, whatever. So let's take a closer look at what these look like and show you what the differences are of these types of materials. So what you can see is this is an example of one of the ones that is cut. This is the IR Pro in the background, and you can see that this is a very, very fine laser cut. The words alone, "Don't tread on me," those show up crisply within the design. And you can see also that this is just the overlayment, which is the fabric. This is in multicam, that it's sitting on top. It is actually a sticker, so you can see that it flexes. That flexing is telling you that it's adhering to the base layer. The base layer is very good and it sticks very, very well. Here is the call sign reversible. This is not some cheap stitch together. This is very, very rigid and it's going to be able to last a lot of time. This is high quality Velcro that's on there and it adheres very, very well. Here's an example of the reflective glow in the dark. So obviously this is a base color that is reflective glow in the dark with just an overlayment of the red, but you can see just a little bit on the angles that it is glowing. This is perfect. I use this for my med packs just to let people know that this is what they need to go to if something does happen. And this is their creme de la creme. This is their largest patch they have, which I think works great on your tack vests. It is laser cut. You can see the base, which is the IR Pro. It is IR reflective only. It's not giving any reflective. It's absorbing light. Blood type, no known drug allergies. You can put whatever you want there. If you want to put your call sign or something different, you can definitely do that. And why I think that these are so good, aside from, once again, this is rigid. It's not very, it's not cheap and folds. It actually holds itself together very well. When I was overseas, I did have some patches made. There's always somebody local when you go somewhere to get patches made. And I had these patches made. As you can see that this is all fabric. This is a stitch, but you can see how thin these bend. Compared to, say, we'll just use the American flag. Compared to this, these don't bend as easy. They're much, much stiffer. And if you wanted to get an American flag, this is a stitched American flag. It's not one of the designs that they do. You would get something that is actually laser cut, and you just choose to get it in color. So here is basically the same flag you're seeing. It is smaller, but this is laser cut. This is a fabric, and it kind of, it's getting old. This is a phenomenal design. Highly recommend if you are looking for some sort of patch. This is who you want to go to. It does take a little bit longer. Just know it's going to take a little time. They do in batches, but you're going to get something that's going to last a very, very long time. And what you can see is from those designs, the quality that you're going to get is unsurpassed. I highly recommend these people. I am not sponsored by anyone. If this is just gear that I've purchased that I want to use, people always want to know what people are using in special operations. Where do they get that? How do they get that? What was it done? I want to give that to you. I want to tell you where it is that I'm actually getting things and give you an honest review of what I think about a particular piece of equipment. Like I said, there is no sponsorship. It's just me saying, you know what, this is gear that I've researched, that I've used, that I would recommend. So if you're thinking about getting yourself some sort of patches, getting some patches made, I highly recommend PatchPanel. I will put the information about them in the link below. If you know of another company that you use that does great products, let me know. I will definitely look at getting some of their products and definitely review them for you so you can see what the difference is between the different products out there. As always, on time, on target, be safe, hoo-yah.